Hey, what's up, everybody? Your boy, Mr. Trade out here from G7 Global Investments, Ltd. Limited, with the very first video. All right, so tonight we're going to talk about support and resistance. Right here. It is the first topic in our Black Financial Literacy series. Again, support and resistance. It's an introduction to technical analysis. All right, so well, first, let's talk about this financial literacy series. We deal with banking, credit, mental health, budget, entrepreneurship, and investing because very important picks in the black community. Black Americans, we're near the bottom. We're at the bottom of very economic index in this country. So we feel like Black financial literacy is a big thing. Once people understand things about banking or how to improve their credit, how to invest, how to budget their funds better, or entrepreneurship, and how to improve their mental health, overall financial health shall improve. Okay, so that's what this series is, and this is the first video actually. So we're gonna get back to the topic at hand: support and resistance, the introduction to technical analysis. Okay, what is support? Support. This is a price point where falling prices tend to steady. This is where the price starts to stabilize and won't drop any further. For instance, if G7 stock was falling from $20 to $15 and then stopped at $10, this price $10 will be known as support. This is because the price is seen as holding up or supporting the price. And for visual representation, we're going to go right here. All right, now you see this red line. All right, so notice you see that point where the price drops, but it steadies and then rises. Doesn't seem like the price is being supported. Now I chose this line here because even though it did breach, these are not what you call a full breach. These are what you call false breaches because you notice the candle doesn't officially close below this line. So again, notice this is the line of support. And notice the price comes, boom, it hits it, it bounces up. Now right here, the price, it does breach, but notice it comes back up again, boom. Again, the price here, it breaches, but it comes back up, boom. Again, as it keeps going here, it touches here, it touches and it goes up. So knowing that, we would call this line here the line of support because again, doesn't it seem like the price is being supported every time it hits this price? This point, the price hits this point, it gets held up. It's like it's being supported. So that is why it's called support. Now, the other side of that coin is resistance. What is resistance? Well, resistance, that's the price point where rising prices start to slow up. That is where the trending markets tend to ebb and recede. So as support is at the bottom, it stands to reason that resistance is at the top. For instance, if G7 stock was rising from $10 to $15, and then once it starts to get to $20, it starts to slow up. This price point is known as resistance. This is because the price is being pushed back or resistance. So for visual representation, you see this red line up here. And notice every time the price gets even close to the line, it goes back down. Boom, here it touches it. Boom, boom, it gets resisted back. Here again, boom, 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 and it gets pushed back. So resistance, you notice how the price reacts every time it touches the red line. It seems like the price is being resisted, pushed back, or resisted, and that is why it is called resistance. Excuse me. Okay, now for the next slide, understanding support and resistance is the first part of technical analysis. It gets so much easier and much more profitable to make a trading plan if you know where and when the price is going to stop. Let me repeat that again. It gets so much easier and much more profitable to make a trading plan if you know where and when the price is going to stop. Therefore, every aspiring trader needs to learn support and resistance. It's quite literally is the basis of technical analysis, which means that if you want to learn how to read charts and understand charts and things of that nature, you need to learn support and resistance. All right, here goes another example. See, this chart shows an example of both support and resistance. Notice how the price reacts to each line. It would be very profitable if you knew in advance how the price reacts. So notice, once we get in this trend, in this range, um, in another video, I explained the differences between range trading and trend trading. But for the most part, just know when you're trading within the range, you're range trading. I know it's science, isn't it? But just see here, see the top of this range is 1.18800. The bottom is 1.18150. So you just notice when it touches the support line, it bounces up, hit the resistance line, bounces down to the support line, bounces up to the resistance line, and then actually the chart it continues, but you see it breaches below the support. So when you know this, I'm going a good example. You see this like this is a very strong range right here because it touches it multiple times. That is one thing about support and resistance. When it's tested multiple times, like it tested here, you see it kept testing it. When it finally breaches out of this range, whether it breaches the resistance line or the support line, it's going to be a very profitable line. I'm sorry, a very profitable move. So again, it doesn't matter if you're trending upward or you're trending downward. See, you could be trending upward or you could be trending downward. But when the price touches the line of support and resistance multiple times, multiple tests the line, that means that whenever it breaks out of that line, it's going to be a very profitable move. And that's what kind of trader I am. I am a breakout trader. I take advantage of support and resistance. Here go another example. Support and resistance. Again, as we notice, the bottom line and the top line, when it touches the resistance line, boom, it drives down to support, boom, hit support, go back to resistance, boom, and it breaks again. Once we have a support resistance line and it's tested multiple times out of this range, when it breaks out of the range, this is a very profitable line. So just knowing how to support and resistance, you would have just known just to sell, buy, sell, and continue to sell. You'd have been very profitable. Again, and the best thing about support and resistance, it could be used in any market, like a stock chart, or forex chart, a cryptocurrency chart. It doesn't matter. As we see, it's potentially very profitable if you understand the concept of support and resistance. Knowing where the price stops is a tool that all new traders should have in their toolbox. Again, I'm gonna go back to the main screen, talk about financial literacy. But yes, again, support and resistance. That is the introduction to technical analysis. Understanding how support and resistance works is the baseline of reading a chart. We can go back again and give examples. The lines of support. See the price is being supported up. Even when it touches, it's supported up. Again, it could be used. Now, this is a forex chart, but it could be used for stocks. It could be used on a Bitcoin chart, on a future chart, or it could be used on a longer time frame, hour chart, a weekly chart, or a daily chart. So again, people, on that note, my very first video, I'm gonna get better as they go along. Just give me your opinions in the comment section. Just tell me how I did. And again, this is the first video in the series of Black financial literacy, and we are going to focus on banking, how to budget, entrepreneurship, investing, and of course, mental health. This is actually the most important one of all 6 of these, because if you don't have this right, you really can't focus on the others. So again, people, this is the first video. G7 Global Investments, Trader Da, I'm signing off here. And yeah, man, always remember support and resistance, the introduction support to technical analysis. Basically, support, the price is being supported resistance to prices being resistance. And that's basically what it's about, ladies and gentlemen. On that note, hope you guys learn something out there. Like I say, you guys can find me at G7 Investment at gmail.com, or you can find me on Facebook at Trader Joe at Facebook. And any questions that you may have, just don't hesitate to reach out, because again, this is the first video in the series, Black Financial Literacy. We're gonna really try to change the mindset of people and enlighten people on how to read stock charts, how to budget a checkbook, how to improve your credit, business credit, and personal credit, how to choose the best banking account, you know, how to start a business, what have you, and again, mental health. On that note, people, you guys have a nice night, and thank you for tuning in.